Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Collingswood High School at the Urban Gymnasium, home of the Panthers. Tonight we have the South Jersey Group 2 quarterfinal match. We'll have two matches going on. First, Gloucester versus West Deptford, and then to the scores table right, Collingswood taking on Sterling. At this time, we ask you all to please rise, remove your hats as we play the national anthem.
And welcome everybody, Tad Kazaneski, Kevin Schulz with you here. We have playoff wrestling for you today. Group 2 South Jersey Finals. We're at Collingswood. Collingswood versus Sterling's the match we're going to bring you here on this mat. The other mat is going to be West Deptford versus Gloucester. The two winners are then going to play each other on one mat when this thing is all done. But coming into this, Kevin, we've seen Collingswood. Collingswood is a really, really good team.
Yeah, they're coming in here with only 3 losses to some really good teams. Lenape, St. Augustine, I think one of the Toms River teams. So this is an uphill battle for Sterling, no doubt about that, because Collingswood, again, is one of the top teams in South Jersey.
We're going to start this at 285 tonight. And then we'll go to the lightweights from there. So depending on who won the toss, all that fun stuff will depend on who goes out first. And then, Kevin, I may be going to find out who's who as we go along here, so you may have to carry us. Yep.
That was an initial win by Collingswood by forfeit.
So as we started this, Kevin, we had the forfeit for Sterling. And you get a quick pin here. Robbie Penman on a pin.
And as we said, This Collingswood team is as advertised.
Yeah, they're the best in Group 2 in South Jersey. The only team they're going to have to worry about is if they get past their Lower Cape May. Is this Lucas Romano?
Lucas.
This is Kenny Olson against Lucas Romano.
Lucas Romano, one of Sterling's better wrestlers, here at 113.
That is your team score.
But this is where Collingswood's very strong at the lower to middle weights, and you're in really hitting a buzzsaw here.
So this is the third match of the day with now Kenny Olson. 16 wins for Olson. Lucas Romano, 29 wins for Sterling. So for Sterling, this is one of the ones they hope to be able to take. No control given thus far. Romano reaching.
Yeah, trying to take away the leverage.
Oh, look at this. 3 points. 3-3. Actually got 2 in the reversal start. Be careful here. Be careful here. Back points coming. 25 seconds to wrestle. 3 back points will be coming in a second. Four points coming.
Yeah, it was kind of reaching to take away the leg leverage and didn't have full control of the upper body, so I think that enabled Romano to not get pinned. But quickly going down 10-2 as we look at Mr. Clank tending to Lucas.
Blood timeout here in this one. This is the third match of this playoff. Rambo got a forfeit for Collingswood at 285. Penman then gets a pin for Collingswood at 106. We're at the 113 weight class. And for scoring for Sterling, this is your leading scoring wrestler in Lucas Romano. 29 wins, 10 falls, 5 tech falls. He has 145 points he's gained for his team. Now, Kenny Olson, not a slouch in his own side. He has 16 wins, 10 by fall, 1 tech fall, 87 points for his team this year. So there you see the overall team score right now is 12-0. Collingswood knows that pretty much this is their match. We thought it'd be nice to come out here and see what the Sterling guys have in this one.
Always good atmosphere here at Collingswood when we cover wrestling. I know we've been here for a few of them, and they definitely have a dedicated following the fans.
So your score is actually 10-2. Olson leads Romano. It says 2-0 on our board. So it is 10-2 in this individual match. Olson leads it. And having one of your nostrils plugged can't be fun. Olson will start on top. Romano on the bottom. 125 to wrestle. Excuse me, 8 seconds to wrestle. I got my scoreboards right. We have 2 scoreboards. Can he escape? On the other mat. 1.3. He didn't quite escape on that one, Kevin.
Nah, you thought you might have been able to get a point there, kind of chip away, but going to go into the second period.
You see Des Wiggins, the head coach, on our left side. Also the football coach here, the assistant coach sitting there. right over his shoulders. We hit the second period.
Brandon Grace next to him, also an assistant in football.
So needing some scoring here is Romano in the second period, down 10-2. Give him one. 10-3. No control given yet. Referee says still no control given to either wrestler.
Olsen's really done a lot to the lower part, gotten a lot of his points working the lower part on Romano, but just hasn't been able to get those shoulders in full control. Now Romano getting himself in a better position here.
Still no points, no control given. 1 minute to go, second period. Stalemate, bring it back to the middle. Romano struggling.
Yeah, and we said this is your tough run here, and obviously Romano with the earlier being intended to, now being intended to, is not at peak condition in this match.
As you mentioned, Mr. Klink, our trainer, is here. He's out there as well. The leading point scorers thus far this season, Romano at 145. Chase Spiragowski would be second at 127. Unfortunately, he is out tonight, I'm told. He didn't make weight. Desi Mullen was not available at heavyweight. He's the third leading scorer for Sterling. So that's the kind of mountain they were up behind when you're two of your top leading scorers not available in a match that you know you're already up against.
It definitely makes it tough, but all you can do is come out and go with what you have.
Under a minute to wrestle, second period. Still no control given.
This is where Olsen's got the upper part of the body of Romano. I don't know if Romano is going to get out of this one.
Olsen pushing away. Back points will be coming.
Romano fighting hard.
28 seconds. 3 back points to be coming. Look, here's a turnover here. You might get a pin. There it is. Oh, wait, did they stop because of blood? Wait, let's see here. All right, I think they stopped it, Kevin, because of blood on that one.
What a break for Olsen,
They listed it 13-3. He had the pin. Here comes, let's check over here at the official. He's over at the desk with Coach Wiggins. I thought the initial call, Kevin, was for the pin, but he stopped it before blood.
Yeah, I mean, wow, what a change of events there. Olsen just got caught up, and Romano, being an experienced wrestler, took advantage of it and thought for sure he had the pin. And obviously, Coach Wiggins was thinking the same thing with him kind of going over to the ref and getting, trying to get an explanation as to what had happened.
So what originally happened, it looked like something, his nose block popped out of his nose. And that's why, real bad timing. It's a shame he had the pin.
It happened so quick.
It really did. Man. If you blink, you missed it. Both trainers out there, Collingswood trainers out there as well. Now they got to play the blood game on the floor. I think we're good there.
I guess that, when you're going, even though you're winning a match, but it's against an experienced wrestler, you still got to watch getting caught. And Olsen definitely did, but obviously was fortunate with the blood.
So it is 16-8. Olsen leads it. Still saying Sterling in charge here. 10 seconds, second period.
Yeah, it looks like Olsen's just going to ride this one out. And fortunate to come away with a win here over Lucas Romano.
Well, we have an interesting third period coming up.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, we have.
That's my goof.
Well, it's very confusing in here because there's two scoreboards running.
Well, you know what? The match has been so long with all the stoppages. And
there's actually, on the scoreboard, there's 0.1 second. Is Romano getting looked at again? Definitely one of those interesting matches. His headgear comes off. So it's 16-8. Your score on the screen says 8-6, but it's actually 16-8. We don't go into double digits here. I think they're just going to go to the third period, I believe. Sterling going to start down, so this will be the third period. Put 2 minutes on the clock for this third period. Olsen will start on top, leading it 16-8. Romano on the bottom. Can Romano somehow get out of this? Romano gets to his feet. Romano on the skate. He's going for it here.
Lucas Romano, only a freshman. So very impressive what he's done this year.
16-12 now your score.
Watch your weight, settle back, give me power. Go, get power. Go, get hip up.
So 16-12, 1:10 to wrestle. Romano is in trouble now. Here's Olsen. Back point's coming. It's real close. Somehow Romano's getting out of this. Somehow. 55 seconds to wrestle. It's now 18-12. There's your pin. Great job by Olsen to get the pin there. What a match.
Hard fought by Romano against a very tough wrestler in Olsen. And again, almost had him towards the end of that second period. But Olsen, again, this is where when you hit this part of the Collingswood lineup, you're hitting a buzzsaw.
So this is Chris Gallucci now for Sterling. Gallucci, let's see what his number is. He's 59 team points, 10 wins, 5 by tech fall.
Belly.
More points coming up. Ifey's a name we've heard a lot of over the years here. Jake Ifey, 26 wins, 12 by fall.
Yeah, this, again, we're hitting the tough part of this Collingswood lineup.
.110 to wrestle here at 120. 6-1, Jake Ifey leads Chris Gallucci. Gallucci trying to get out, Ifey in control.
Get off the mat.
42 seconds, first period. Again, the other match in the background, that is Gloucester versus West Deptford. The two winners will move on to wrestle each other after this one.
Well, if you really in control of the upper part of the body, Gallucci.
15 seconds to wrestle.
Short time, 10 seconds.
Still going to end it out here with this first period. And that's going to do it. So Gallucci for Sterling, Ify for Collingswood. Again, Gallucci 10 wins this year, 5 by fall, 1 at tech fall. Ify 26 wins, 12 by fall, 3 by tech fall.
Heavy, heavy, heavy. Get the leg back, heavy strong. Heavy with that pressure. Keep the pressure.
Again, you hear the coaching staff for Sterling to our left.
Keep circling, Chris. Don't let your hips to stop. Keep that leg back, keep circling. 3/4 now.
3 points go up. 9-1 Ify.
Yeah, just firmly in control of this match, but hasn't been able to turn Gallucci over. Really trying hard to do that. And just as I say that, he's got him on his back.
1:15 to wrestle. Looking at coach. Spins out of it.
Well, there's plenty of time here in this second period.
13-1 now. Bring it back to the middle. Ify for Collingswood leading at 13-1 over Gallucci.
Definitely looking towards a major decision, if not a pin, and he's got Gallucci in a tough spot there and gets the pin.
Yes, he does. Ify with a pin as Collingswood continues on their run here. They were the number one in this group for a reason.
And definitely the elite team in the Colonial Conference, as we talked about. One of the top teams in South Jersey. The only losses are to some of the other high-end teams, St. Augustine, Lenape, Toms River. There are only 3 losses this year. Mr. K's gone over there and getting us updated on some information. Collingswood holding a 24-0 lead. And we've got a couple different things going. Like we said, there's a couple different scoreboards, different buzzers going off. So that's what you're hearing in the background.
This is Police versus Wright. Police for Sterling, 10 wins, 3 by fall. Wright, 27 wins, 18 by fall. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, 2 straight wrestlers that are in the upper 20s and wins. When you do that, that just shows you, especially with the caliber of teams the Collingswood's been going against.
Glad you're with us here in Sterling Channel 19. If you're watching us live, we apologize for the adjusted picture. Tried some new stuff with the graphics here, and that's why we have the adjusted pictures. You get 3 points go up. So 3-0. Wright leads it.
Post up, post up, post up.
2 points coming up, back points. Trying for some more. He's going to get some more here. 45 seconds. It's almost like let him come back and then try for some more.
Yeah,
so far, 4 points will be coming.
Definitely feels like he's firmly in control.
7-0 now. Wright with the lead. Good move here. 22 seconds, first period.
Yeah,
give him the pin.
Yep.
Very impressed by Wright.
Wright just put himself in the proper position and was able to finish it off pretty quickly.
Marlon Williams now for Sterling. Sean Bird, the wrestler for Collingswood. Bird, 11 wins, 9 by fall. Marlon Williams, 7 wins, Kevin, all 7 by fall.
That's impressive. That just shows you that he's dominated a lot of matches.
Again, we're coming to you from Collingswood High School. Glad you're with us here. Playoff match. Number 1 seeded, highly, highly ranked Collingswood going up against Sterling. 54 seconds to wrestle here, first period.
Trying to get up on all fours. Our Collingswood wrestler. That's how you, first thing you do to get out of being on the bottom is get up on all fours and go from there.
Head in the armpit. No, keep the tight waist. Get your head in the armpit.
Get some good coaching information there.
Yeah, right above him. Right near the coach's spot here. So.
No, keep it. Hey, tight waist.
13 seconds to wrestle, first period. Williams still holding a 3-0 lead. Go to the second period. Sterling will defer. Bird wants to start up. So Williams will have to start from the bottom.
Williams had Bird and had him in a pretty good spot there. Had him curled up. Really had control of the lower part, the upper part. One of those ones where the clock helped Collingswood wrestler out.
Bird from Collingswood still in control. Really interesting because we're standing right next to Coach Wiggins here.
Wrestling definitely a sport where coaches are constantly talking, constantly instructing. You know, you hear them, so we do basketball, coaches are talking, but not to the extent here. It's just the nature of this type of sport. You see both coaches.
And you would think you have a veteran wrestler, you shouldn't have to say too much.
Right.
You have a young, untested wrestler,
Exactly.
you're going to have to do a lot of coaching.
More that you have to say depending on the situation.
1 minute to wrestle, second period. Still fighting is Williams here. 45 seconds. Oh, here's some trouble now. Bird moving in. He's trying to spin him around. Good move. Well done there. How about that one?
That's outstanding by Williams. That's the second time we've seen a Sterling wrestler turn the tables on a Collingswood wrestler. Of course, Romano, the one time, unfortunately came out on the short end. But Williams right there, really a good move to turn around and get back in control.
Final 10 seconds. Second period. Close to moving. Nope, not going to get in there. That's the student walking in because it's so loud in here. He has to tap the referee in the back. Move to the third period. Good match here. 5-2. Sterling's Marlon Williams leads it.
Yeah, that was an impressive move by Williams because Bird really had him under control, had him in an advantageous spot, and he just turned it around, got some points, and is really battling out here.
Third period at 1:32. No control given. Almost had back points. Good job by Bird to spin out. Oh, be careful here. Reversal, too. That didn't help. 1 point lead. 1:25 to wrestle. Sterling looking for their first team points of the night. 105. Bird not able to do a lot here. He's pinned down pretty good. Third and final period at 1:32.
But even though Bird is, on top right now, again, Williams has already shown his ability to get out of some tough situations, and they're going to start fresh from the center here.
So Williams leads at 8-4.
43 seconds remaining in this third period.
He's got the left shoulder. 23 seconds. Williams looks like he just wants to survive this one. 14 seconds and counting.
Yeah, just holding on here. Going to get a well-earned win.
It's going to be Sterling's first win of the night at 1:32. So congratulations to Williams on his win there. Sterling gets a couple points on the board. You see some action going on the mat the other side, and there's a pin. So your team score is now 30-3. So Luciano in for Collingswood. Double check that. Looks like this is Sebastian in for Sterling. Sebastian Adams, this must be. So for Collingswood, Kevin, Mason Musciano, 27 wins, 10 by fall, 5 tech fall.
Yeah, he's definitely had an impressive season and is in control here early on.
Still only up 3-0 though. Getting back points here. Oh, this is going to be a problem. Give him the pin. That was impressive.
Yep. Just worked the whole upper part of the body and never gave up and got himself a first period pin with 38 and a half seconds remaining.
This is where Sparagowski would have come in, but he's not available tonight. So Sterling is going to forfeit. see what happens here at this next weight class. Coaches have a chance to figure out what they want to do. Collingswood has to go choice. They're looking at the score and figuring out what they want to do. Looks like they'll go for a DQ here. Sterling going to send somebody out to take the win. Got to check in first.
Jaden Williams.
All right, so Williams going to get the win here. So give him a forfeit win.
Let's go, Mason.
Makes it 42-9. So this should be Mason Marvin, Kevin?
Yes.
All right, so Marvin's going to go here.
Yeah, Mason Marvin for Sterling.
All right, let's go up.
And
All right, he'll take the win on a forfeit. And you might wonder, well, why would they forfeit? Remember, they have a match.
Right,
Collingswood's
yeah.
going to well on their way to win. They're going to have the match after this.
yep.
So that's the advantage of being the 1 seed versus a 4. All right, we'll see who Sterling sends out here. We're at 165.
Another.
All right, he'll take a forfeit. Was that Vic? I think Romano. I think. All right, so Rene Camacho is scheduled next for Sterling. Now he'll take the forfeit as well. It doesn't matter in this, Kevin, how much you win by, just that you win.
And like
again,
you said,
Collingswood still has to wrestle.
Yeah.
All right, now we got to see who this is.
All right, let's go, Liam.
And another.
Chris Kantz just took a win. This is actually smart for Collingswood. Yeah, they're going to give a win now to Liam Crawford. So it's going to be funny if you look at the score at the end of the night. It's 42-39, but again, Collingswood did what they had to do, Kevin.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's no question about it. It's a smart thing to do, and you did what they had to do moving forward because you're going against a tough team. Whoever wins on the other one.
Yeah, it's all about the next match for them. And let's see if we can get Coach to come out. We'll see what's going on here. Maybe we'll see if we can get a second to talk. So Kevin, I'm going to have you keep filming this for a second, and I'll see what we can do. So your final score on paper is 42-39.
A bit here as we back the tripod up.
Yeah, they're on
getting
top
bumped
of us.
in the line. So.
All right, I'm going to
okay.
see if I can find somebody to talk to.
Now.
Let me see what Coach says. I'll be back in a minute. You don't have to carry us for a minute here,
no
Kevin.
problem. So Collingswood, again, dominant and getting a 42-39 win, which, like Mr. K said, sounds close, but they forfeited a bunch of matches due to the fact that they've got a match coming up here in a little bit. And obviously, if you have the choice between having your kids go in fresh or going after a match, you're going to choose having them go in fresh and only do one match as opposed to two. So Collingswood coming in as advertised, coming away with a big win and await the results of the match over here between West Deptford and
Kevin,
Gloucester.
I'm going to jump behind the camera. In a second, Marlon is going to come out here. Marvin, I believe it is.
Okay.
He's going to talk to Coach for a second. All right. Once the coach is done, once he's done, we'll get you to come over. He was one of your, I believe, winners tonight.
Okay.
Marlon Williams, and that was his 8th win tonight. But again, it's odd to see, the way things went down. But in a match like this, we can't stress enough. Collingswood has a much more important match coming up.
You don't want to win the battle. You want to win the battle, but you don't want to annihilate the battle to end up losing the war. And that's what any any coach would do.
I'm actually, while we're waiting, I'm going to show you the reason why, because there's the other match going on. That's West Deptford and Collingswood, or West Deptford and Gloucester, and you can see the score.
Yeah, if you're Collingswood, you want that match to remain as close as possible.
Yeah, go forever.
Yeah.
And so what we're going to do is we're going to stay here for a minute. We're going to interview Mr. Williams in a second, then we'll call it a night. But not to be expected what happened tonight.
No, it's what you thought.
Unexpected, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's what you thought. And, you know, like we said, you're going against one of the top teams in South Jersey. And that includes the Group 4 schools, some of the private schools who they've battled against. We talked about Tom's River. They lost to them, but, you know, are at that level and rolled through the whole Colonial Conference. You know, we had a couple matches where went against a good Haddonfield team and pretty much humbled a solid Audubon team. Yeah, they're as advertised. There's no question about it. And probably have a decent amount when you get to the individual part of kids that are going to go past districts into regions, and probably a couple guys that are going to states.
So while we're waiting for people who are still with us, we have added 2 games for tomorrow. We're added to the schedule. It's going to be a girl-boy doubleheader tomorrow at home we'll have on Channel 19. The girls will be home at 4 o'clock against Rancocas Valley. That game's going to be interesting because we're going to say about 15 years ago that was number 1 versus number 2.
In that coaches tournament, that was a big mid-season game. I know Coach Kate McDonald would always want to go against some of the top teams and play in the tough tournaments to get her teams playoff ready in the end, and really had a few epic battles in that tournament.
So that'll be our 4 o'clock tomorrow. 5:30 we're going to have the boys. Kevin, I'm going to send you around to talk to our wrestler here.
Ready to go? Okay, ready to go. I'm here with Marlon Williams. Obviously going against a tough team, but you in particular had a great match. You ended up getting the win. Talk about the match and what your feelings are about it.
Well, when I went into that match, I wasn't too confident, but I knew what he was going to do because I watched his matches before on YouTube, and I just wrestled hard. Interesting.
So, we always think of film study in football, but you did it, and it was a big part of what you were able to do. What did you see in particular that you were able to take advantage of?
Well, he wasn't really too good with, neutral, so I had to take my shots.
Okay. So really, your scouting report, obviously, physically you're a good wrestler, but the scouting report is what put you over the top.
Yeah.
And moving forward, is wrestling a kid of this caliber winning, is that something that confidence-wise is going to make you even better wrestler?
Yes, definitely.
Well, Marvin, great job, and best of luck the rest of the way. Like I said, from a team standpoint, it didn't work out, but I think in the future it's something you can hang your hat on and move forward in a good way. Yeah. Thanks, Marvin.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, thanks for coming on. Coach Wiggins in here. Definitely tough first draw going against a Collingswood team. Yeah. Your thoughts, not even this match, overall about your team this year?
Yeah, I think with the team this year, man, we're young. I was telling everybody this too as well the other day. After Joseph Carter kind of got hurt, Joe Small, we don't even have a single senior in our lineup. So it's a good thing to build upon. You know what I mean? We have a lot of juniors, a lot of good upcoming freshmen and sophomores. So, I look at this year as like kind of stepping stone year. We wrestled over 500 wrestling as a whole as a team. And like I said, I told the kids, look, man, if you guys, it's not a big transition from what we just saw to what Collins was a very good team. Yeah. But I told the kids the difference is, giving this sport what those kids give the sport to. It's not I don't think it's a huge talent gap. It's a gap of just continue to evolve around the sport. So I'm excited, I think, for our future and where we're going.
More of a mentality thing, I guess you should.
Mentality, being consistent. Wrestling's a unique sport because it's one-on-one. And a lot of it is, an off season of just being committed to the sport, like one time a week, consistently rolling around, creating that habit, because it's about habits in wrestling, constant habits. So sometimes it's hard to pick up the habit in the winter when you haven't done the habit. And those guys, the difference I told the kids was those guys do the habit 12 months out of the year. We do the habit not as often. So I think that will help us. And it's not a much gap. I know where our kids are. I think we have the talent to be able to do it. And I'm just proud of how they wrestled all year.
That's interesting. Looking at that, point of positive at letting them see what they can be and what they need to do, more importantly, to get there.
Absolutely.
Coach, and last thing I'll ask you about Williams and Martin Williams, who we had on here. Talk about what he was able to do in his match.
Yeah, Marlon, man, he's an athletic kid. He's been around the sports since about 4th, 5th grade. Very raw, but very, very energetic. Has a lot of potential. Like a lot of potential. So like one of the things I said about him, off season will be great for him to learn, develop, even learn the sport a lot more because he has a lot of potential and a lot of things I think he does well. And he comes from a family of wrestlers too as well that I've known. So he's going to be okay.
You have to like his enthusiasm because he was telling us he did a lot of film work on his own and learned a lot. And that was the key to him getting ahead in the match and winning.
Yeah. Marlon, like I said, he's getting better. He's learning more. I think he's learned a lot this year. To what his future entails, and I'm really excited about what's possible for him in this sport because I think he's very, very good.
Well, Coach, tough one, but and also as far as the district expectations on your team, we saw Romano have a tough match there. Talk about some of your guys that might make a little noise in district.
Absolutely. Well, I'm excited about districts. You know, districts is very unique this year. We have 3 of the top 15 teams in South Jersey in our district. The number 1 team in the state, probably a top 15 team in the country, and Camden Catholic, they're in our district. So they're going to have a lot of kids in finals this year. But I believe in some of the kids that we have. I expect Romano to bounce back. You know, it was probably one of his worst matches of the year this year when he wrestled. I could see it. But I'm expecting big things from him in districts. A few other guys like Chase and Desi, hopefully, and even Renee, different guys, man. I'm expecting them to perform well. And I tell the kids this too as well, like, even if you don't make it out of districts, it's about how you perform because every year your criteria gets better and how you perform. If you're in a preliminary match, man, get to quarters, you know. That builds for Christmas tournaments and tournaments going into next year. If you win a preliminary match, get to quarters, you're able to put that on for criteria points for next year. If you're in quarters and you make it to semis and you finish District 4, that's a big building block for next year when you're getting seeded into tournaments. So every kid, you know, I understand where we are. I know we're going to have like 14 district champions. I'll be glad to get one, you know what I mean, because we're wrestling a top 15 team in the country in Camden Catholic. Their whole team might be in the district finals. So I understand that. I get that. And so I tell the kids, like, build in steps, man. Like, you might not get to finals, but dude, try to get 4th, try to get 3rd, because it goes into next year, it helps build momentum.
Almost like a resume. I didn't know that until you just explained that.
It builds criteria points for the next season. Wow. So when we go to seeding for districts next year, when we go to seeding for Christmas tournaments, when we go to seeding for a lot of different things, these things matter for the kids. For preliminaries, you get less points. For quarterfinals, you get more points. For making district 3rd or 4th, you get more points. For being in the finals, you get more points. So that builds into the criteria for the next season. So these kids just have to go out there and work hard and have expectation.
Yeah, that's incredible. And also the learning experience of going against wrestlers of that caliber.
Absolutely. And I'm excited for it. You know what I mean? Like, when I was in districts, man, we wrestled Camden Catholic. That's one of the reasons why I never got a district title. I finished 2nd 3 times. Because, again, we wrestle Camden Catholic in our district every year, so I wrestle a kid who won states. So, I understand it, and I just tell man, listen, wherever you get put at, just wrestle. You know, have fun, man. Enjoy this sport and have fun with it.
That's good. Good way to redirect it. And, Coach, always like your enthusiasm. Thanks for coming on. Best of luck the rest of the way. Okay. So, tough one here for Sterling, losing to an outstanding Collingswood team that looks like they're just going to roll right through everyone.